Hello everybody, Ghostblade 1062 here with another rolling stock review. Today we will be looking at a 6-pack of the Rapido Greenbrier Transverse Coil cars in the Union Pacific paint scheme. And now, let's move on to the unboxing. Alright, time to take a closer look at the box. Starting on the front here, we can see that we actually have multiple packages inside for each of the individual coil cars. On the bottom and top of the box, we have the Rapido logo, as well as a line drawing of the coil cars. We see here it is a 6-pack and we again have the Rapido branding. These cars are HO scale. We have an age restriction warning for that these cars are made for people age 16 and up, which is somewhat unusual because most model railroad products say they're made for ages 14 and up, and we see that these cars are made in China. On the back of the box, we again see that we have our multiple packages in here. And then finally, on both the left and right side of the box, we again have the Rapido logo and the line drawing, and then we have the sticker with some more information, including the product ID, which is 168006 for the 6-pack of these cars. We have a picture of one of the cars, and here we see the exact typing, these being Greenbrier Transverse Coil cars in the Union Pacific scheme. This is the gray scheme with shield in the operating condition 2022 to present. And looking on the other side here, we again have the product ID, the car description. We also have the product barcode here, as well as the 6 individual road numbers that come inside of this pack. And now, opening it up, that's the outer plastic off. And now we can slide off this outer sleeve. Which gives us access to the 6 individual boxes that came inside. So here we have the 6 individual boxes. With the car numbers. So to start with, we have 213009. We got 213150, 213049, 213120, 213021, and finally 213183. And aside from that, we more or less have all the same detailing information about Rapido as a manufacturer. So now I'm just going to move these off to the side while I unbox them, starting with 213009. And also included in these, we have some stickers, as well as our information sheet here that has the prototype history of the cars, the warranty information, as well as the help and support information. And this will be included with all 6 cars. And now opening up the blister pack. We do have the cars wrapped in some softer plastic to help preserve the paint. And here is the first car. And these do have a fair bit of weight to them. Car number 2, this is 213150. And I'm gonna unbox, what I'll do is I'll unbox the other 4 cars off camera, and we'll return for the detailed overview in just a minute. Alright, time to take a closer look at these Greenbrier Transverse Coil cars. And we are going to start with this car here, this being 213183. And starting at the front here, we have our coupler cut lever, which goes from the side of the car all the way to underneath the coupler housing. And then we have our separately fitted brake line here coming from the other side of the coupler. We also have our stirrup steps on either side that go up to a small walkway, which is corrugated plastic painted in silver. Though on camera it is somewhat hard to tell here due to the light gray body coloration. And then just behind the walkway here, we have the reporting marks and road number visible. And moving up along the hood here, we have some riveting detailing, as well as a car number listing, this being Union Pacific cars 213000 to 213199. Now moving on to the side of the car here. Here we can see more clearly that our handrails for climbing up onto the walkway have a yellow paint to them, making them stand out from the body. Along the hood here we have our riveting detailing as well as the Union Pacific shield. And lining application detailing. Along the main body here we have the Union Pacific reporting marks and our road number, this particular car being again 213183. We have our FRA striping along the body here as well as our capacity information. Looking at the truck here, we have our reporting marks and road number printed on the truck as well. And here we have some suspension detailing. Moving on to the back of the car. Here we have our coupler cut lever again, our brake line. We have our walkway with our handrails, and on this end we also have our brake wheel, which is separately fitted. And then on the back here again we have the reporting marks and road name, and we have the UP car list here as well again. And then on the last side we see more or less the same detailing as its counterpart. Now looking at the top of the car, we have our hooks here for lifting the hood off with a crane, as well as these locking pins which allow for other means of hood removal on this car. And when I pop off the hood, inside we don't really have any additional detailing. But on the inside of the car here, we have our 5 lined grooves or indents, whichever you want. I'm not entirely sure of the proper terminology at the moment, for holding up to 5 steel coils of varying sizes, making these cars some of the most efficient coil cars for transportation, being able to hold up to 5 different coils. And looking at the underside of the car, we have our brake cylinder here with our brake lines going to the front and rear trucks. We have our brake cylinder here. We have the Rapido branding molded in here as well. And we can see the indentations from where the coils would sit on either side, on the other side of the car as well. And that's car 213183. By ways of the actual detailing, the rest of the cars are more or less the same, with just different road numbers. So we have again 213021, 213049, 213120, 2135150, And finally, 213009. And if you notice, all of the road numbers match within the car listing noted on either end of the hood. And next, we will move on to the rip track segment of the video. Time for the rip track segment. To begin with, we are going to verify the wheel gauge of all 6 cars with the NMRA standards gauge. Starting on car 213009. On the rear truck, axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck, axle 1 is good. And axle 2 is good. Onto car 213150. Rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1, good. Axle 2, good. Car 213120. Rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1, good. Rear front truck axle 2, good. Car 213021. Rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1 is good. And axle 2 is good. 213049. Rear truck axle 1 is good. Axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1 is good. And axle 2 is good. And finally, car 213183. Axle 1 is good. For a rear truck, axle 2 is good. Front truck axle 1 is good. And axle 2 is good. Alright, so all of our axles are in proper placement and spacing. So now let's move on to verifying the coupler height of all 6 cars. Starting with 213183. Front coupler is actually hanging a bit low, and the trip pin is catching on the height gauge. Now for the rear coupler, and that one is also sitting a bit low, but better than the front coupler, which will require some adjustments on the trip pin. There we go. And that should allow... Yep. Okay, so we're still sitting low, but at least now the coupler trip pin isn't catching, which means it won't catch on switches either and cause a short circuit. Now on to 213049. Front coupler is spot on. And the rear coupler, the trip pin is catching, but the coupler height is sitting spot on. Now on to 213021. Again, coupler height is good, but the trip pin is catching. And the rear coupler is spot on, and the trip pin height is good. Car 213120. Front coupler height is good, and trip pin is good. Now for the rear is also good. Now for a 213150. Front coupler is good. And rear coupler is good. And finally, car 213009. Okay. Front coupler is good. And rear coupler is good. So by ways of height, we are good for all 6 cars. I'll just have to make some quick adjustments to one more coupler trip pin on car 049. Oh. And thankfully, KD does provide this nice tool specifically for that. And with that, we're good. So now, all 6 cars are ready to be taken over to the track for a test run. Alright everybody, this concludes my review of the Rapido Greenbrier Transverse Coil cars in the Union Pacific scheme. All in all, they are very nice cars. They're very well weighted. They are running super smoothly. Coupler heights weren't an issue. And all in all, I really can't complain. In the future, if there is another run, I may look at getting more or getting a different road name, as I have seen some videos on them made by other creators, and the Norfolk Southern ones do look quite nice as well. So I may look into that in the future. But all in all, they are a great addition to the collection. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe for more model railroad content. Have a great day, everybody!